Hey Virgos, welcome back to Deku Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot and astrology for July 13th through the 19th of 2020. So, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, there is a lot happening. For a better look at the astrology, because I am only going to dip my toe into it throughout the reading just because there's so much going on, but for a better look at it, do check out White Light Astrology. He does a really great July overview. He does great weeklies as well, but I just think it's so much, and I'm not an astrologer, that you should definitely go check out if you're interested. It'll make everything that's happening make a lot more sense. So we're living through it right now, and I'll be doing a video on why I haven't been doing monthlies as well, so keep an eye out for that. We can really get down to the nitty-gritty of the energies right now and how things are really shifting. But let's get into your weekly here, Virgo. We're using the Tarot Muka. And let's check this out. I feel already, as soon as I entered into your energy, there's a lot of anxiety. And I don't fault you for this, and I'm not going to say don't try to feel, feel how you're going to feel, but recognize that your anxiety is exhausting, and it's normal to feel it when things are so out of control and so much is happening, and it feels like every morning we wake up and a billion other things are going on. Things seem to be getting worse, and so much, violence and death and everything. It's very, it's very weighing on you and weighing on your spirit right now. And yet, we're coming across others as very in tune with success right now. I think, if anything, the earth signs, especially you in Capricorn, with Jupiter in Capricorn, are really able to deal with what is not sustainable and take care of it. Take care of really what needs to be taken care of, which it's a lot right now in a more global humanity type sense, but also within our lives because of everything that's happening. There's a lot we need to take care of, and even right down to the small things. There's a certain level of trust as well that we're developing through this week. And our ability to let go of things that really bothered us emotionally, really hurt us, things that maybe we used to mourn over, or situations that, we maybe could have been mourning over, should have been mourning over at this time, the regular Virgo would, but instead, it's this path of trust and patience that we take in light of it. We know that this is coming back. We know that there's going to be something offered to us from the universe that's going to make it all right. Things are going to get where we need them to go. And we're putting a lot of faith and trust in that. And again, you're coming across as very grounded in this sense. I've got this. I'm doing fine. And nothing's really getting to me right now. But that Seven of Swords says that there is this underlying thing, this underlying sense of unknowing, this thing that we don't know or that we're hiding, and that whatever it is that we're hiding, it's has a lot to do with our insecurities and our anxiety over the path forward, because we can't really see where it's going right now with that Knight of Pentacles, which often represents you, and then the Eight of Swords. Things are not clear. The path forward is not clear the way we would like it to be. And I think a lot of us, especially earth signs, have had a lot of trouble coming to grips with that. Because 2020, I think a lot of us it's been quite a few years. It feels like stress and crazy things happening. And we all kind of expected 2020 to even things out and 2021 to maybe look better. But it's seeming less and less clear how it's all going to play out. And instead of allowing the anxiety and those fears of what we don't know and you know, traveling into waters unknown as we step forward. It's kind of finding comfort in that, where we again used to feel stressed, worried, and that we might still feel a little bit worried about it. It feels like you're coming out of that. Like there's a real transformation in how you feel about things you can't control. And seeing a brighter side to it. Seeing that, you know, sometimes things just, we have to just let them work out in a bigger sense. And we can't ask it to really adhere to certain values, a certain path on its way there. We have to see things from both sides, the good, the bad, take accountability and say, you know, maybe my need for this to go a certain way is getting in the way of this working out in its best way possible. Ooh, that is a really tight message there. With that star, things are healing and Age of Aquarius is coming. And we know that justice and all of that fun stuff that comes along with it, which sounds really good. Yeah, it's going to bring a lot of positive change to the world, to society, to our governments, to our social structures, but it definitely puts you in the hot seat on the way there. I'm not specifically saying you, but just everything, everyone. We have to now look at things from a different perspective. We now have to look at the right and the wrongs of this, take accountability, take responsibility, and do something about it. Like I was saying, with Jupiter retrograding in Capricorn, what's sustainable isn't going to work. Sorry, what's unsustainable isn't going to work. So this is something we need to take care of. Whether we want to or not, we're taking care of it. And we're putting faith, trust, and security in that we're going to get through this okay. Even if things might not seem like they're coming in the way we want them to. We're not, again, Four of Cups shows up in almost every reading so far. I think even possibly every reading, but right now we're being offered energies that we probably don't want. July is going to be a month like that, where we're being offered things that we didn't ask for, we don't want, and that seem like too much to deal with. But it's how we work with this. It's how we deal with all these conflicting energies and this really intense time that we're going through. That it's really hard to, again, it's just really hard to put even like words to everything that's happening, because so much is happening. But Six of Cups is here as well. Mercury is in retrograde in Cancer. Finding comfort, finding things that make you feel good is really important right now, and something that we need to get in touch with. Get in touch with things, you know, books, games, things you used to do that brought you comfort. I know that for some reason, whenever Mercury goes retrograde, I get strong urges to play like Nancy Drew games and games that I used to play when I was younger, or that brought me comfort in my teenage years, etc. Get into those things that are going to make you feel good and bring some sense of peace and comfort and harmony, some sense of normalcy to you right now, okay? Let's pull an oracle, because I feel that we have so many big energies this week where you just kind of have to be this kind of very powerful combination of death and the Queen of Pentacles. The road can't be mapped out, and we have to just deal with that, because we can't see forward. And I don't think that these restrictions are totally self-imposed, but what you can do to get out of that Eight of Swords situation is to transform how you deal with it, transform how you feel about it, how you let it cage you in. Because we don't have to deal with it the way we've dealt with it before. We don't have to get mad that things aren't going the way we want them to. We can restructure it and figure out how we can benefit from this. Where can we take this now then? Things are changing. We can't go about it the same way. The whole plan, the whole map needs to be restructured, and that's okay. You're a Virgo. You can do it. It's not exactly what we wanted to do. I don't want to do that again. Oh my God, it's so annoying. But with Jupiter and Capricorn, nobody said you wanted to do it, but you do need to. Ooh, commitment. It's the card that comes up from the Lynn V. Andrews Power Deck. You need commitment to focus on your target, take aim, pull back the bow, and then shoot your arrow, knowing you will hit the bullseye with every shot. To hit the bullseye requires total commitment of your spiritual and physical being. You need only the commitment to walk down the path through the gateway into your true destiny. It is a process of gathering. You gather your emotions, your mental strength, and your abilities as you would gather sheep. It can be a long process, but your commitment gives you endurance. It is the next step after defining your act of power. Materialize your dreams and begin to live them. Build that magnificent dream lodge within you with total commitment. Beautiful messages here, Virgo. Intense energies that we're dealing with. Do your best. And if you guys want to book a private reading, all that information is right below this video in the description box, along with my code for 30% off of any truly divine astrology, compatibility analysis, numerology analysis they do. Excuse me, guys. And a really incredible job, so definitely check them out and use my code as many times as you would like. You can use it multiple times and share it. And have a wonderful and blessed week, guys. Namaste.